Can you guys please comment so we can see your comments when you're on here?
That
was me. So, hey, you guys, please do like and share our video. We wanted to get on here tonight and just talk about our weekend, how everything went. We're hoping that one of our other ladies can get on. She might be trying to figure it out. Maybe she's having a hard time. So we'll just wait and see. So we have Tara. You want to tell what team you're on?
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm from Clyde Paranormal. And I was able to join these ladies on their investigation this weekend.
Yep. It was awesome. What did you think of the place?
I thought it was pretty interesting. It definitely had its hot spots.
Yeah. Did you think we had a lot of women that was there? Do you think we were overwhelmed the place, or do you think the energy of all the women might have kicked it up a little bit? What do you think?
I think it was kind of touch and go. I almost think there were too many people there.
Huh. What did you think?
What?
Jenny, what was your thoughts on it?
I think that I kind of agree. I think maybe because this place is not used to being investigated, and it might have been a little overwhelming to the spirits because they're just now trying to learn how to be spoken to. You know, they're not used to coming through all this equipment and everything. So I think maybe it might have been a little overwhelming to them. I mean, there's been other teams in there. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's been enough in there at this point for them to really understand what all is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you guys pick up on anything like soon as you got there, like outside of the property? Did you pick up on anything?
I did. I mean, I felt, I don't know, like I always get that feeling like something's around, or, you know, I had physical feelings. I definitely could feel that there was something around me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. Where would you say was the most active part of the location? What do you guys think was the most active?
I think like the upstairs.
Yeah.
I think the third level.
The third level. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. What do you think? I noticed the temperature changed up there. I mean, you could feel that up there, but it seemed like when I went downstairs to get the flashlights so we could do the spray, it seemed like I came back upstairs and all of a sudden it was like all hell broke loose with that spray.
It did.
What happened? Because I wasn't there.
Well, when you guys first left, you left Lena and I up there by ourselves. And right away it started changing, and I think that was an inclination that there was too many people at that point. So anyway, the Charlie guy kept coming through the ink box saying that there was something was coming. So when I asked him what was coming, he wouldn't tell me what was coming, but
no, he didn't.
But it was it just became very negative, dark. I could feel something dark was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel threatened by it? Did you get like a sense? Do you think there was a poltergeist up there? Because they did say there was poltergeist up there.
I don't know if it was that or just an angry spirit. I don't know. It started getting very cold, and just that feeling. That negative feeling came in.
There was definitely a significant drop in temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And it got colder as we went up.
Yeah. And I'll tell you another area too that I thought was pretty active was in the area where they did the showing. Remember, Tara, we had the Ovilus 5 on you guys, and that guy kept coming through. It's like a cry for help. What did you guys think of that? I thought this guy was like desperate, that spirit. He's like, help me, airplane. I'm like, whoa, this guy is like freaking out. Like, and you guys said there was something about an article. I didn't get to see that. What was the article about that was compared to what he was saying? I know that.
Well, I didn't read it thoroughly, but there was a book with information regarding both families, and they were there were pictures in the book that the family had donated things, and there were airplanes in the pictures of old warplanes in the book, pictures of a lot of different things. And I thought it was really interesting when we started to hear that coming through the Ovilus, because it coincided with the information that was in the book, the pictures that were in the book. And Mr. Gibson, he was a military man, as we're all very well aware that he was a military man. Hi, Lena.
Hi,
So I think it all kind of went hand in hand, and it was pretty cool to hear that come through.
Yeah.
It was almost like a Mayday thing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was weird. Man, that was, and it was like he kept repeating it, and then it would just get quiet and go blank. It's like he'd just stop. It's like, what the hell? You know?
talking about
Yeah,
the help her.
His plane
Yeah.
crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His plane crashed.
Yeah, like the plane crash.
Now,
I-
that ain't confirmation from a spirit. I don't know what the hell is besides
Right.
seeing them. You know what I mean? Because yeah, this is it's a equipment, but still, when you're getting this spirit, and nobody's even talking about a plane crash, soldiers, or anything. We're just communicating with the spirit. And here you have this article they have there at the location talking about, you know, the history on some of the stories on people that actually lived there. And then you're getting the spirit coming through that damn Ovilus, and he's talking, you know, about the airplane, about the crash, and help, you know. That was freaking awesome.
That was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were just talking, Lena, about how the energy changed up in the third floor when you and I were up there by ourselves.
Yes, it just constantly seemed like whenever the groups got smaller, the activity would rack up. And it was like once everybody got involved, then it would get real quiet and real mild or almost dead silent. And one of the things that I found remarkable about that night was those periods in between activity. When it got silent, I mean, it was eerie silent. Not even like a pop or a creak in the house, nothing. And an unnatural silence, which just made it just seem like there was definitely more going on in the background for sure.
Yeah. It almost made it seem like there was going to be, I don't know, something just happen, like out of nowhere. But we didn't get that big burst.
Yeah, it's like something dark was coming and everyone was hiding.
Yes. Yeah. Especially when it changed on that spirit box, and you could hear the change because there was like a conversation, and then all of a sudden the entire energy in the room changed. You could feel it. It was so heavy. It was like a static, and then it just started going off, and it just kept talking, and it was like it definitely wanted our attention. And then you could tell that it slowed down, like as people started coming back into the room. Then it backed off again. It was crazy. It was definitely an intelligent response because it was having full-blown conversations.
Well, I know when I came back upstairs, because I went down, I think, to get my SLS camera, there was a very negative energy. There was a very heavy energy up there. And there was a significant change just from me going downstairs for a couple of minutes and coming back upstairs. It was a completely different environment.
Yeah.
So Lena, this was now everybody, if you don't know who Lena is trying out for a position, full-time position with us Ghost Sisters. And this was her first investigation with us. And she will be joining me on a residential case on February 26th. And so I wanted to ask you, Lena, what did you think being in a location like this with us girls? And by the way, you did really good. You really did.
Appreciate that. It was very interesting. I would have liked to maybe have swapped up a little bit more than we did to kind of see
Yep.
what the different energies did.
Yes.
Definitely. And it really was just based on what we were getting and the activity we're getting. We thought it would be very neat to do, you know, all of us at the same time and do those quiet sessions, but we really didn't get any results from it too much. It was the individual pod experiences where people were having it, you know, they were getting their hair touched over here, they were seeing an SLS over there. So it was really like, it didn't seem, I don't want to say like a plethora of spirits, but there was definitely a spirit that was checking everybody out and going around and moving in between. And it was like, it felt comfortable when there was a few of us, or it felt comfortable when there was a couple. So it was very interesting, all of the different dynamics. I almost would have liked to have experimented with taking, you know, just one or two people into the house and everybody else being out. But, you know, time and constraints and the size, we had a lot going on, and we would get sucked into a room, and next thing you know, an hour or two was gone. So.
Yeah. Did you guys feel like the owner said, he says something likes to move around? Did you guys feel like it was moving around?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we heard like a female disembodied voice a couple of times, and like we would be on the first floor and we would hear it above us, and then we would be above and we would hear it below. So it definitely was messing with us. And you know, we would hear, like in the very beginning, we heard those the alarms going on for being upstairs, and we went up there and then there would be nothing, and then of course we found out it was dead. It probably drained it all, honestly. But it was like it just kept chasing us around, and we would find it and it would leave.
They were coming in and out of the room.
Yeah. Frank he's asking us, what piece of equipment do we like the best, and what do we feel we get the best responses from? Well, I'm just gonna say, I can't say just one because I like a lot of different things, but I really like the ink box and the intercom box and the obelisk. The ink box it's the bomb, man. Once it gets going, you get intelligent responses coming through there. I don't know about Jenny, you guys, what do you think? What's the best equipment you guys like to use?
Oh, yeah, I like the ink box the most. I mean, because of the voices come through it so clear. There's such a good connection.
What do you like using, Tara?
I don't have an ink box, but I do have the Ovilus. I really like the Ovilus, especially after the airplane scenario. That was pretty interesting. But I thought the ink box was a very good communication tool.
What is that?
What's that noise?
The speed typing. I'm at work.
Somebody like eating or opening up wrappers?
I thought, okay, who has the spirit messing around?
No, that's me.
Lena,
what did you think
right now?
What equipment did you like, Lena?
I love the ink box and I love the Ovilus. I like having that the ability for them to speak and for us to get those words. Now, I do also like things like the dowsing rods and stuff. It's just it's situation dependent. But I love the ink box. I love trying to filter out those words because it gives them enough so that they can vocalize to us. And then I feel like over the course of the investigation, we can piece together the puzzle. You know what I mean? So I really like that. And I like the Ovilus. Like when they go hand in hand and they start matching up, then I feel that's really good confirmation.
You did a great job, Lena, with that ink box, understanding what was coming through.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I was trying, it's hard to hear it sometimes. But yeah, I think like there was a couple of times I'm like, is that what it was? It's not always super clear, but then you would ask and then it would double down. You're like, oh, I hear it this time.
So Angelina is asking, did the SLS show anything from your investigation there? We did not end up, did we use it? Tara, you got your SLS camera, didn't you?
I did, but I didn't have anything on it.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything.
The other group did. The other girls on the team, they used the SLS camera and they did, but they were mapping out a pole. So we're not so sure that it was a spirit. Because the SLS camera, you have to be careful because it maps out poles, and you just got to be careful with it. So we're not really sure if they got something or not because of that. But Jenny would know. She was there when they were mapping it out. Jenny, do you think it was a spirit, or were they?
Well, that's what I was telling them is you can't put it against a railing coming down the stairs because it's going to map those poles. It's gonna map that railing. So after that, I said, let's go ahead and turn it down the hallway. And let's see if you turn it down the hallway, and then Bobby Joe was standing in front of it, and I asked her to raise her arm, and she did, and we could verify her. And then I wanted to see if we shoot down the hallway, are we going to be able to pick up that same spirit that is supposedly there right by that railing, and we did not.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. I have to get back to work. I wish I could stay on here longer.
Hey.
I'm glad I got to drop in.
You got to drop in. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping in, though.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of the podcast, and we will talk soon. And I look forward to it, you guys.
And
Bye, Miss Tara. Bye, Miss Jenny.
Bye.
Bye. We have a question here from Danielle Rice. She says, "Was Bobby Joe's live on the page?" Bobby Joe had shared her live over onto Ghost Sisters community page. But not on, I tried to share it into Ghost Sisters, but it wouldn't show her video for, I don't know why, but it just wouldn't. So, we have another question here. Oh, I didn't see that. Did you guys see that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Huh. It's weird. No. Now, what did you guys think of the area where the casket was? That area. I think there was something in there. They were definitely around there. When I got in that casket, and I'll tell you right now, that casket was creepy. And I've laid in a couple other caskets, so I don't know why. I was like, I felt really sad laying in that. I felt bad. I did not. And I've laid in coffins, 2 of them before. So I'm like, why am I feeling this way? I think because it was like, it looked real. You know, it was almost like you're in a place that was a funeral home, and you're actually laying in this casket, and it looks like, you know what I mean? Like the real deal here.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of an old wooden casket. Yeah, I think that's why I felt like that. Like I felt wrong laying in that. Like I shouldn't be doing this. But I wasn't trying to be disrespectful either. I was just trying to get that evidence, you know? So.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that, I don't know, were you in there when we got the guy coming through that was tuning the piano?
What was that?
He came through the ink box like he was trying to tune the piano.
Really?
And I can't remember, Jenny, were you in there?
I was in there. That's when Mandy, I think, was up laying in the bed.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I was in there. Yeah, he was coming through with the piano through the ink box.
Yeah, through the ink box. And it was almost, he was changing octaves like he was going through and actually tuning the piano. It was pretty interesting.
Hey, Rob. Yes, I had fun.
It. I had to have missed that.
You were upstairs in the bed.
Yeah.
I think it was Jenny, Lena, and I were in there, and I think maybe Sydney.
Let's see.
Hey, Brandon, Frank. Yeah, it was just us 3. The girls were out in the hallway.
Number of viewers. It was that place. I think we need to go back there for sure, and maybe not have as many, but still, I think even though with 10 people there, it was still pretty active. I think, and even though there's 3 levels, it wasn't too bad. I was worried about everybody. You know, people get excited, and spirit touches someone, and then you get excited and scream or something. I was worried we was going to hear each other's voices overlapping during it, but I don't think it was that bad.
No, I don't think it was.
No, because we were able to go on the third floor and them on the first floor, vice versa. I think it helped by putting a floor between us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Angelina. Well, I'm going to tell you too. In that one room where that spirit was getting angry upstairs on that third floor, Jenny, when you guys went downstairs, I think it was you two went downstairs to do something. Jenny was taking a smoke break and grabbing something. I think you were grabbing some more equipment, Tara. I don't know. I just know I was up there and I seen with my own eyes, I seen that white blob, man, right in front of the live feed. And those who was watching us seen that. And you can see dust on live feeds at nighttime. You can see the dust. But this was white as white, and it almost looked like a big blob, man. And it just went right in front of the camera on the live feed. And it just kind of went right in front of it like that. And I was like, what the hell am I looking at?
I saw it on the video, but.
Well, and then stuff started lighting up over there by that fireplace. The cat ball was lighting up. The Boo Bear started lighting up. And then I seen, and I got to go back and watch on that video because I forgot to look for that, but I seen like half of a black shadow figure go right at the end of the mantle. You seen this black thing go over. And then I seen with my eyes, my own eyeballs, I seen this white orb. It's almost like a twinkle of a white light. It just went, I can't describe it, but it was there. And I was like, holy crap, what is it about that damn fireplace? Because the EMF kept going off. I think it was the geophone or the K2. The K2 was going off over there, going crazy, and then it just stopped. It was something happened over there.
There was definitely energy with that fireplace. Definitely something going on with that.
Yeah, Roger said he's seen the green and blue orbs. Yep, but not the white one, the white blob. Yeah. I think I did see something green. It was weird. There was a lot of energy up there. A lot. I know it was affecting Jenny though. When I came back upstairs, she was like, "There's something. This thing is angry. It's saying it's coming. It's we're in danger."
Oh, Jenny, you could definitely feel it.
Yeah,
you could definitely feel it.
She went from talk to us. Come on, talk to us. She was like, and I had gone down the stairs, and by the time I came back up, Jenny was all like the spirit, just like, I don't know if it was affecting you or what, but you were like, he says it's coming. We're in danger.
I could just feel it. I mean, even before he even said that, it's just the whole energy switched. It changed completely after everybody walked out, and it was just Lena and I up there. And I was standing in the middle of the room, and I was just standing there with, I think I had the live feed, and it was just crazy, just how the energy changed. Not only the coldness, but you could just feel something was coming.
Yeah, and you know what was weird? What I noticed too, it seemed like I don't think the spirits liked a big group of people.
No, they didn't.
Together, all 10 of us, it was like we barely got
too much.
anything. And then it seemed like the lower the numbers got, it was like the more activity.
More activity.
Except for when I did that isolation alone on the second floor in the bedroom where the man shot himself. I didn't get nothing in there. And I shut both the doors so I couldn't hear nobody downstairs. And I didn't get no devices went off, nothing. I felt there was a spirit in there. But I did see with my eyeballs by the mirror, I seen a blue orb, a little blue orb. I didn't see it when I went back and watched it on the video, but I seen it with my eyes. Seen it clear.
Yeah, I told him downstairs, I said, now be nice to Mandy up there. And he said, no.
She says, what was the intense, weird sound that came in the ink box? The spirit was warning you. You can feel the energy change.
And that is the case sometimes, guys, when something negative's coming, you'll get a lot of different sounds coming through the ink box. It is like a warning, I guess. And that was happening that night. I
Mhm.
think the negative was there. I have no doubt it was there. I just think it was circling. I think there might have been too many people, and it was trying. I think it was probably trying to see who to connect with.
Yeah,
But there was so
that makes
many
sense.
people. Yeah.
Mhm.
And there was so much movement with us going up and down the stairs, and the girls being downstairs, and just everybody moving around. There was a lot of movement in the house, even as big as it was. We were all moving a lot.
Mhm.
Mhm. We didn't even get all the locations. We
No.
missed so many rooms, but Bobby Joe and them, when I watched their live feed, they did hit rooms that we didn't hit. So that was a good thing. They did. They went into that room that everybody kept saying they felt when we were on the third floor. They kept saying there's something about that room. And remember, the cold air kept coming from that room. Them guys actually investigated that room. We didn't. Dang it. We missed it. That room was probably, I don't know, man. That was crazy. The feelings that were coming out of that room. But I'm still reviewing all these cameras. So far, I haven't caught anything yet. I've seen a few anomalies, light anomalies, but nothing that I feel like I want to share with you guys. I'm waiting on that shadow figure, or something big, something a little bigger, something that I'm like, what the heck's this? So I'm almost done though, and if I get anything, I'll post it for sure.
I think the more the teams come in, of course, it's going to change the energy. It's going to make it a little darker, and some other things are going to be happening. Of course, that's a given when teams come in, and they, because everybody has to think that when you go in, we're taking our energy in there. There's an energy of the spirits that are in there, and then the next team that's coming in is bringing their energy, and all that energy is building in that
Mhm.
location.
Yep. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was good. I liked it. It was definitely something different. New location, new spirits to talk to. I mean, that place goes way back, way
I,
back.
I felt as soon as we walked in, it was like every room we went to, someone was there. You could feel a spirit in every room we went to. And they were just like observing,
Yeah.
watching and observing. And then they'd back out. And then they'd come back in. And they'd back out.
Well, here lately we haven't captured any really good EVPs. Not since we went to the funeral home in Cincinnati. That was the last really good EVP that I actually captured. And when we do, I don't really have a program right now that I use. I used to have a program when we first started, and it actually had the wave, and it would actually pick up. It was pretty neat. But I just try to capture on my recorder and let you guys hear it. I don't have a special anything downloaded for that. Not yet. I need to.
Danielle, she's going to do a residential on the 26th, Mandy, of February.
Yep.
We are also in the process of scheduling a trip back to Missouri location where Mandy went by herself. We're going to go.
March 11th.
We're going to go down there. And we're also working on a trip to Mississippi with another team. We'll let you know more about that when we get that scheduled.
Yep.
But yeah, Mississippi, we haven't been there yet.
Nope. Haven't been to Mississippi yet, but we going. Yeah, and we'll be going back to the shrine too.
Yeah, Tara. Yeah, we'll try to get you down there to the shrine, Tara. You and Sydney.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. We'd love to go.
Yeah, she investigates a little different, don't she? She's different.
She's got her own style.
She does. So yeah, I think she might have ticked off that spirit upstairs on the third floor. She kept saying, "Oh, I must have ticked him off." So I think she is the one. I think she did fire that spirit up because she kept saying
she was trying to.
And I think she did. She sure did. There was something else. You know what was weird? We kept getting a lot of action downstairs with the REM pod. Actually, we got action with the REM pod all through the place. Not too much with the cat balls, though. Not too much with that. Didn't get no EVPs. I tried a couple times, didn't get anything. What else was there?
I haven't listened to my recordings yet.
You haven't yet?
Mm-mm.
Trying to
I think I only recorded the one room with the piano when he was doing the tuning on the piano. So I'm interested to see if I got anything there. Oh, and by the infant casket too. I sat the recorder beside the infant
You had
casket.
the recorder. Yeah. I will say this. Now, when I did my spiritual writing, I was getting a name Elsa or Elsie was coming through. And when I was laying in that casket doing a solo, the name Elsa came across the Ovilus 5. And I was like, no way. Yeah. So that validates that, to me, that's validation that that spirit was there. Yeah. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But again, did you guys see any shadow figures? Wait a minute, Tara, you were snapping pictures, girl. You got some pictures.
Yeah, we were talking about
what you
that.
seen. Because Jenny, you showed everybody on the live feed what she had captured. What was it?
I tried to debunk it, and I even had Jenny look at it when I was there with her. There was a shadowy area on the left side of my camera. And it was changing as I was taking the photos. And I even looked at my hand to make sure my hand wasn't near the lens or the flash or anything like that. And I didn't see anything with my naked eye, but it's all on the camera. So those are the pictures I'm trying to send to you. But Jenny saw the pictures. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, but it seemed to me like something was trying to manifest. But that makes me wonder, because you had said that you saw a shadow by the fireplace, and that's where I was standing, was right beside the fireplace.
Yep.
So I'd be interested to see what your opinion is on those photos once I can figure out how to get them to you.
When she gets them to me, I'll post them. And who
Yeah,
said it was a city poltergeist? Sydney. Sydney did.
You can see in the photos that she's talking about that it was completely clear, and she was snapping and snapping, and then it just like it started getting like this misty figure on the left hand side of the door, like it was trying to manifest when she was taking the pictures. And then you can see where it was there. It wasn't there, and then it was like building.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the spray. I didn't capture anything. I thought for sure we would have got something right there in front of that fireplace, because it was real active right there.
Mm-hmm.
But no. And you heard the spirit coming through there. He said he was not going to. Didn't he? I remember.
He did. He did.
You're like, yeah. I said, you don't have to if you don't want to. He said, right?
Now, do you guys think that there was any poltergeist activity there? I don't think we witnessed anything like that.
I don't think so.
There was a door that I don't know if that was the air that did that, or if that could have been a spirit. I don't know. It was either a draft or it was a spirit. One of the two.
I don't feel like there was poltergeist activity. Upset spirits, maybe, yeah, but I think that if there was poltergeist, we would have got a lot more doors slamming and things moving, and I think we would have felt that energy. I think at the one point, Jenny, when I came back up into that room and you guys were up there, when he was there, that warning, I feel like that was possibly indicative of a very angry spirit, if not a poltergeist, but I wouldn't say there was poltergeist activity.
Not with us that night.
It could have been a dark entity of something.
Yeah, definitely.
But
it definitely was very dark.
Yeah, we just didn't have the poltergeist activity.
And it could have gone that way had we kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be awesome, Rita. Maybe we'll look into that. I'll tell you this. When I was doing that solo, I was hearing somebody in the other room next to me, and I was hearing it sounded like somebody outside that door walking around, but at the same time, I was like, it's hard to tell because they're downstairs. I actually got on the walkie-talkie and asked if you guys were moving around
We
because I
weren't.
was hearing
weren't.
somebody outside that door, which I have yet to watch that part on the cameras too because I'm getting close to it. Might have captured something because we
Yeah,
ended up putting that grid out there and it was on the camera, so maybe something did move through it.
yeah.
Did
None of
you-
us were up there.
Did you check out the grids yet? Did you look at those?
I'm getting close to that part of the camera. I'm almost there.
I'm interested to know if anything was caught.
Yeah. I sent Jenny a couple videos because I was like, Jenny, what the heck's this room? There's like all kinds of weird stuff was going on in the one back room. And we were trying to figure it out. And Jenny's like, was somebody taking pictures? Because you kept seeing these lights. It was like a weird, quick lighting.
I said, I think it was when Tara was taking her pictures. Yeah.
Yep.
I was taking pictures and then someone else had a camera. They were taking pictures also. And there was a flash going. I don't remember what room it was, but there was a flash going.
Yeah. It was the room on the 3rd floor, that real creepy room with that. Hell, we should have went back to that opening. He opened up that area back there where there was a hole in the wall. We never went back there.
We didn't. We didn't.
I just think we were just, the energy was everybody's energy. We were just all over the damn place and it was hard. It was hard to
I think we all got sucked into that one room.
We did.
The one room that we all went into, we all just kept getting sucked into that room for some reason.
The ballroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a ballroom until Jenny said that.
I think we're trying to cover so much ground and trying to get to each room that we just, there's a lot of rooms to cover. Like you said, we didn't get every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Hell, I think me and Amy covered more grounds when we went to the reformatory a couple weekends ago. I think we hit everything. We weren't in one room long at all because I'm like, oh, nothing's happening here. We'd be there 15 minutes. Oh, let's go. Yeah, just kept moving on. Yeah, but we didn't do that. But I think we were just kind of waiting around for, something to happen because not always does something happen right away.
Right.
It takes a little time. The one room, Jenny, you were doing some psychometry on the doll. You did on the pew. What were you getting? You were telling me you were feeling something with that.
Oh, I just kept picking up this black woman. And I don't know if she was a slave or I don't know. But she wasn't in like slave clothing. She was in a dress. It was weird. I mean, when I was sitting on that church pew. Now she could have been that could have came from a church and had some energy with it. And I just could have picked up that she used to sit there in church. Who knows? I mean, the doll was, I swear when I held that doll, it was like when I looked down at it, it was like its mouth and its eyes were moving, opening. It was weird.
That was it was a cute doll, but it was like, it looked so damn real.
Yeah.
Man.
But it had real hair too.
Yeah. You could have been.
So the that energy is probably coming from that hair because it's real human hair.
Yeah.
So does it make you wonder whether that energy is coming from wherever that hair came from, or was it actually coming from that doll? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was coming from the hair itself because it was human hair from somewhere.
Right.
It was taken from someone and put on that doll's head. I would have to say the energy's from the hair because that was originally on someone's head at one point.
It would have to be.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you guys feel like there was any residual energy there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did? I think it had a little bit of everything, different things there. A lot of leftover energy from people coming and going, coming and going. Now, in the basement, I didn't get anything in that basement. Nothing. I don't know why. It was weird. You would have thought because of all that stuff that was down there, you would have had something, but I didn't get anything in that basement. I didn't have anything go off in the basement either. Nothing. Nothing I had.
I was surprised that there was nothing in the basement.
Well, like he said, it moves around. It moves around. So it must have been with Bobby Joe's group that when we were in the basement. Wait, no, Bobby was in the basement with us.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
So I don't know.
And that's the thing, you know, each group had different energy. You know, everyone in her group and everyone in our group, you know, we all had different types of energy. So could they have been following them around more versus us because of our energy?
Could have been.
Maybe.
Well, you had girls that's never been on investigations and they were more vulnerable. They were like scared. Like there was at least 2 of them that was scared to death. The one girl, when we all went into that one room where they did the seances, we remember, and we all just got ready to sit down. And the one girl, something startled her. I don't know if it touched her, but man, this girl tipped like, I don't know how she didn't step on the ink box or I think it was the K2. She was in the dark, hopping around.
I don't know how she did that.
Man, I said, oh my God, I don't know how. I thought this ink box is about to get it.
She was so fast. She was so fast. I'm like, what happened?
I know. I was like, girl.
I think she felt something touch her hair or touch her shoulder or something. And it spooked her.
Was picking up that them girls were scared, and that's probably maybe Bobby Joe said they had a lot that happened. They had a good night, but I think them girls being scared and being vulnerable, the spirits were picking up on that.
Yeah, that's why they were following them.
Yeah, most definitely. And the portals, Diane. I think there was a portal upstairs on that 3rd floor because when we were in that first back room over there to the right, ladies, when you get up there, remember, it's real cold over there and I had a camera right there. So I had that damn REM pod setting there and that thing was just going bonkers. Remember, It wouldn't quit. There was like either a spirit was right up on that REM pod or maybe that is a portal right there. Who knows? But that REM pod was going crazy.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that board that was behind us to get knocked down. I was waiting for it, but it never happened.
I know. I was hoping to see it on the camera. I was hoping to see it get knocked down too. I haven't seen it.
But we had a lot of activity when we first went into that room where you put the camera upstairs. You know, the REM pod was continuously going off. Something was walking in and maybe just walking up to the REM pod and standing, I think. I don't think it was coming all the way in the room.
No, it was teasing us.
Yeah.
Rita, I used to have a girl on my team when I first started the team, and she used to upload the EVPs to her computer and do that in the same way you're describing. I, however, have not done that yet. I need to.
Mandy, I know David has a program that he can do. He can upload the EVPs and clarify them. So I'll have him do that.
I use an Apple. I use this is a this laptop is it's Apple. It's I'm trying to think which computer this is. It's the real good.
Is it the MacBook?
Apple. Yes, the MacBook. That's what it is. Yeah. So I don't know if I can. It's real picky. You know, Apple's very picky. So if I could use it on the MacBook, let me know. I'll try it.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him what it is.
I need the free version. That's right. Well, they say you get what you pay for. So, yeah. But.
Yeah, we want to also thank Marcus for allowing us to come into his location. Marcus is a nice guy and his wife, and they were great people.
Great people. But, yep, I'd love to set us up to go back there. But our next investigation will be February 26th, a residential case. I do have a couple more. I had a lady that emailed me, but I haven't got back. I mean, I got back with her. She's not responded back to me. There is another location that I am looking into in where is that? In Prospect, Ohio. This is a shop. They posted some video, some stuff that was going on. Someone tagged me in it, and I talked to them a little bit, trying to set up an investigation there. And that would be interesting because this has a lot of history there in Prospect, Ohio. So, and again, we got March. We'll be going, hopefully we go to Missouri, which I'm planning on it. Cindy really needs us. And Cindy was messaging me too, Jenny, and she was telling me that I think it's her daughter or daughter-in-law. I'll have to look at it again, is needing us. They need our help. They got some dark stuff going on. There's attachments. Oh, yeah, some crazy stuff. So I don't know. She's like, how soon can you guys get here? And I said, we got it planned for March 11th. She goes, oh God, I don't know. That might not be soon enough. I'm like, well, I could go right now. Well, no, I couldn't. I couldn't do anything this weekend, but
right.
I could, you know.
Well, I got to work something out for this Cincinnati situation too, for a friend of mine.
Yeah.
That drive-through location is having issues down there.
MJ, we've already been to Post Town. You need to go back through our videos and look at our lives. When we probably about 6-7 months into starting the team, we went to Post Town and got some amazing evidence there. Oh yeah, it was good. Did you say you were going back to the Cooper Hill? Yes. Yep.
I'm going this time.
Taking the girls. Yep.
Yep.
Looks like it'll be Bobby Joe. Bobby's off that weekend. Hopefully Bobby can go. Jenny, hopefully Amy, and hopefully Lena. I got her name right.
You did.
I don't know why I can't never remember her damn name. I just can't. I want to call her Leah. You know?
Or what?
Leah. I want to call her Leah instead of Lena. I don't think I've ever met anybody with that name, you know? So anyway. Well, girls, you got anything you want to add to the place? Tara, Jenny, you got anything else?
I don't think so. I'm excited. I would like to go back after everything's been stirred up and ticked off and the energy's increased, and it'd be fun to go back.
Yeah.
Diane, that's where I went by myself all weekend. And that's where I captured that side profile of that man's face. You guys said looked like Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, that place.
And Mandy and I did talk to Rick on the way down from the shrine on the way down to Pennsylvania, and he's doing some work around the shrine. So this should be interesting to see what the shrine is going to look like when we go back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, yeah. He's done some crazy stuff. Tell him what he's done so far. He's put the damn mirrors into the cave, guys, in that scary closet, the crossroads. The mirror is now into the crossroads.
She's with Clyde Paranormal, Roger. Good night. Yeah. Yeah.
Clyde Paranormal.
He's moved a lot of things. He's working on the Earth Gate. He actually moved the crossroads out of the cave and moved them into another location over by the portal table. And then he's moved the scrying mirrors inside the cave. So we asked him the other day if he thinks that's going to work, and he's about with the energy and the balance. So he said he's going to see what happens and go from there. He's got to test it first and see if the balance is going to stay in balance with him moving everything. But he's done a lot of work. He's working on a lot of different areas down there, and it should be interesting to see what he's done. He's done some changing upstairs to those rooms as well. So, and then he put a theater room upstairs next to our room to sleep in. So that's cool. He also is putting a bathroom in for us girls. So now Manny doesn't have to take a shower when it's 26 degrees outside?
Well, yeah, I do, because the bathroom's only going to have, I think, a sink and a toilet.
I thought he said he was putting a shower in.
Did he say that? He might have, and I just misheard him. But
I'm
Oh,
pretty
if
sure he
not,
did say that.
did
yeah,
he?
if
Huh.
yeah, I mean the shower outside's amazing in the summertime when it's June or July. It's so refreshing to go out there. It's all this beautiful tile outside, and here you take a shower right in the earth gate with the witches. So it's pretty cool.
Hello, Patty. That's funny. MJ says he's going to blow Tennessee off the map. That is so funny. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Sydney.
He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
He's got a bathroom, MJ, in his part of the house. But the shrine is he's also in the process of building like a tea house and different things inside the bamboo. It's going to take a little time to get all that built, but he's got a whole plan for that whole bamboo over top of the caves out there. So,
she says I need to look into investigating the old Smith Clinic here in Marion. You know, it's funny because you talk about that. I had some ladies that work at over at I think the Smith Clinic, and they're nurses, and they contacted me wanting to hear ghost sister stories on places we investigated. And I actually did talk to these people for an hour. They wanted to hear my ghost stories. And they were talking about how haunted the Smith Clinic was. And I asked them, can you get me in? Can I get in? And they said they didn't know. And I've heard from security guards when I worked in corrections and I would transport out around there. The guards would talk about when they would go over there by themselves to do their security walk, how creepy it was. Yeah, I'd like to get in there.
Yeah, no, MJ, that is his private quarters. So you can kind of walk through part of his home, but the other part is private. We've never seen his bathroom. We've never seen his bedroom. None of that is completely private with him.
Yep, the caretaker. He's a very interesting man, and those who've met him and watched the live feeds, you know he is.
He is.
He is. So
He's awesome. He's such an intelligent man. He is. Mm-hmm. I love to sit down and have a conversation with him. And as you guys have heard me say, I cannot wait to get back to the shrine. It's my home away from home. If I could stay for 2 weeks at a time, I would stay. But like he says, he always tells us, I love when you girls come, but I also love when you girls leave. He tells us that.
And yeah, he's a character. He is.
He is.
Yeah, we've had fun there, and yeah, lots of fun there. Good times. Yeah,
I love it. As soon as I walk,
a Christmas list he's wanting us to do. He's wanting us to set up a event at the shrine. I want to talk to him more about it, what he would like for us to do. So once I figure out exactly what it is he's wanting us to do, I'm going to try to put it together for him. So
yeah, he's something else.
But that's what we got, guys. We just want to jump on here and just talk about some of the stuff that took place at that location and tell you guys, what we got coming up again. So if I find anything on these cameras, I will be uploading them for sure. Tara, you want to tell everybody where they can find your group at? What all social media are you on?
We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I think that's it. Oh, Twitch. Patreon. Not Patreon yet. That's in the works.
Do you have anything coming up for your group?
We have some potential. Well, we have some things that we're planning to do as soon as we can get the group on board, so we can actually schedule the events. As of right now, we don't have anything on the schedule, but we have 2 locations that we are ready to schedule as soon as we get the group on board. So
How many people?
We'll announce that as it comes.
How many's on your team?
We have 6.
That's a good number.
We have 5 investigators, and then we have our tech guy, but he also investigates too.
Cool. All right. Well,
Rita,
we do sage ourselves sometimes. Probably not like we should. I ain't gonna lie. I used to have the spray in my car and just go hand it over to everybody. Spray yourself. Some of the girls didn't like the smells, but sometimes I didn't care because we had the sage. You could just tell they were getting angry. Bobby Jo hated it. Remember, I would spray that sage. And she'd just get fired up at me. She hated that smell.
I have saged my house a little bit lately. I don't normally sage because like a year ago when Mike and I did the direct link, and we were talking to Bob, my spirit, he said, when she sages, what does that do to you? And he said, it hurts me. So this whole time I haven't saged in probably once in a whole year because he was telling me that it was hurting him. But excuse me, I have saged 2 or 3 times in the last week though.
Mm-hmm. So. It does hurt them. And I'll verify that. I heard it through my box when I talked to the spirits here in my house, and I talk about saging, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute. And they did, I'm pretty sure, I think one of them said it burns. It was either here or it was at a location we were talking about saging, and the spirit was like, I said, you don't like that, do you? Does it burn? And I think the spirit did say it burns.
And yeah. Secret James says it burns them too.
Now I will tell you, Patty Negri says when you use white sage, you're sucking them all out. It's like a vacuum. And I believe that. It's weird because whenever I was seeing really bad things in the house, I would use that white sage. And then for some reason, I started using my Palo Santo. Patty says to use the Palo Santo, and Jenny's always talked about the frankincense to use. So I kind of do both of them when I sage my house. So that way I'm not actually wiping out the spirit. I'm just lowering the energy, kind of calming things down. Use that white sage, man. You're going to wipe them out.
I spray that frankincense patchouli oil every single night. I spray 2 little sprays, and that stuff travels through your entire house. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the farmers growing that white sage, they're putting all that chemicals on the sage, and people believe that it's like a vacuum. It's wiping out the spirits, and if you want to wipe them out, then you're gonna burn your white sage. If you don't want to completely wipe your spirits out, then just stick to the Palo Santos and the frankincense.
And sage is not really good if you have any animals in the house that have respiratory issues. It's not good for your animals. Not to burn sage. I just like this. I like the spray myself, this frankincense patchouli. And you can get the sprays at Walmart, and that's where I got mine. And those sprays are great. But I prefer not to. I've got sinus and allergies, so I prefer not to burn smoke in my house all the time, even though I do smoke. I just don't like all that smoke inside my house. But when the weather changes and we go into spring where I can actually open my windows, I will go around the house. I will open every window and I will sage the hell out of this house. It's like a spring cleaning.
Rita, well, that depends. It depends. They probably ain't gonna stick around long, that's for sure. And Patty said she had something 2 nights ago when she was sleeping. She slept with her light on. Something was tugging at her shirt 2 times.
Not again, Patty.
Dang. Sounds like you got a spirit in your house trying to get your attention.
Yeah, she's had a couple situations recently. She was talking about one, I think, a week ago. So that was tugging on your blanket. I think that's what you told me before.
I've had that. It's no fun. It is no fun when the spirits want to tug at your shit. Pull on your blanket. Push on your blankets. Climb in your bed. Scary.
Yeah. I had one climb in bed with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. But here's the thing, you don't know. I mean, because everybody has so much visitation from family members. It's hard because you don't know the difference in the energy. I mean, you'd almost have to have that family member come constantly where you could try to maybe learn the energy of what you, and that would be so difficult. I don't know how you would do it.
A spirit
really.
in your house can actually sound like somebody who lives with you in your house. They can actually do that. They sure can.
Yeah. So it's hard, I know I've got spirits in my house, but I also know that loved ones come all the time too. So it's hard. You can't figure out who it is. So, I mean, unless you're clairvoyant, you can see them. That's a whole different story. But
there is a full moon tomorrow. Most definitely going to be doing some manifestations. Yes.
Me too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, all right, ladies. I don't want to.
That's the thing.
Tara's got to go. I'm picking up on that.
Patty. That's the thing, Patty. Because if you remember when Mike told you,
if you want, Tara, if you got to go.
When Mike told you a couple of weeks ago when that thing was coming down the hallway at his house, and remember he said the two spirits in the room said, "Turn the light on. It's coming." So some spirits just don't like the light.
They don't want to be seen. That's why when I'm laying in there in my bed and I open up my eyes, I do not like to be looking around because I don't want something in front of my face.
What the hell?
I don't want to see it.
Wait a minute. You sleep in the dark. I don't sleep in the dark, guys. As you see this right behind me? This little plant right here has got a light. I also have four big, tall trees in my house that have white Christmas lights on them. Another plant like this in my bedroom, a bed tree, and a plant in my bedroom that has those lights on it. I don't leave my cats in the dark, and I don't sleep in the dark, and I don't leave my house in the dark. If something's going to wake my ass up, I want to see exactly what's waking me up.
I got my St. Bernards. If something comes creeping in my room, my dogs are going to sense it. While I'm asleep, they'll sense it before me.
I don't want to sleep in the dark. You sleep in the dark, you got to try to adjust your eyes to see what's in front of you. I don't want to have to do that. So by the
time I adjust my eyeballs, spirit will be gone.
My lights are on my trees. It's enough light. I have my fan going and my TV goes all night because I cannot stand a quiet house. I don't want to hear every noise.
I don't like it either.
Jenny, having all those lights on, you're just giving them spirits energy.
My dog sits on me.
Huh?
My dog sits on me. If I'm laying in bed, she'll climb right up and just sit down on me. Yep. Especially if David's not here. Yep. She starts growling at the corners and
2 St. Bernards that will lay on me. If anybody even thinks about, they sense anything, I'm going to know. If I'm asleep, they're going to wake me up quick.
No, MJ, they're all fake trees. I got a huge 7.5-foot tree behind my TV in my living room. And then on the other side of it is another big tree. And I've got one in the extra bedroom and then one in my bedroom. And then a plant like this in my bedroom. This is my utility room. I'm in my utility room right now. So every room has, and then there's a light that stays on in my kitchen at night. I don't like a dark house. I don't like a quiet house. I don't want to hear every creak in my house. And I know when they're moving, and I know when Nana's out here cooking in my kitchen and clinking in my kitchen, and I know when Bob comes up on me. But he's in my one room, she's in my other room. But I don't like a dark, quiet. We went to a hotel, Tara, one night, and we were in Tennessee, and Mandy, she fell asleep, and I had the TV on. And I was watching Golden Girls, falling asleep. And the light was on. She gets up and she turns the light off the TV. As soon as she did that, I was wide awake. I said, "What are you doing?"
Out of a dead sleep, rose from the dead sleep. And was like, "What are you doing?"
I did.
She knew.
Yep.
Nope.
I don't like it. What she say today? My dog kept barking and backing up out of the room until he got in the living room. Oh.
Huh. Well, you might want a sage. Either that or you got a spirit in your house that he's not. I want to tell you guys something about animals. And I don't know if I've ever said this before. I don't believe I have. You know, animals can see into the spiritual world. They see in the spirit world. That's why animals aren't afraid to die. When they die, they're not afraid. They see ghosts. They see the spirits. Animals see in the spiritual world. So if you got an animal who's acting like that, he's seeing something in the spiritual world. I guarantee it. Or someone's in your house and he's seeing it. So animals do see that. They see in the spiritual world.
MJ says, road trip to Patty's. We're coming, Patty. Ghost sisters to the rescue.
Yes, they see into the spiritual world.
Yeah, my cats do too, Diane. I have one female cat that really couldn't give a crap one way or the other. She'll see it and walk on and go back to sleep because she don't care. And nothing bothers her. My male cat, though, he'll sit on the back of my couch and he'll tell you exactly when they walk in and walk out. And normally they don't really walk in. They don't walk in my living room. He stands in my, I have a big doorway because the lady that used to live here, Nana, that's in my other bedroom, the previous owner, she had a wheelchair. So they made it real big between the kitchen and living room. And he'll stand there and he'll just watch me. That's what he does. He watches me all the time.
I know. The animals are funny.
If you guys, Patty and all you were on the live feed that night at Mike's house when he said, I'm his girl. My spirit said, I'm his girl. That's weird. Back up, back off. If it's a granddad or something, grandfather, something like that, that'd be okay. But I don't think that's how he looks at it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, all right, guys, we'll get off here. I know Jenny's got to work in the morning, and I'm sure Tara does. I'm just going to go in there.
No work for me tonight. I'm off.
I'll probably watch a little bit more videos and then head into the other room. So
I'm going to look through. I'm going to listen to the EVPs and look through some more pictures and try to get those photos over to you. I might have to send them on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, try that way, and we'll see. Definitely. So
well, maybe she can upload them to the Ghost Sisters group.
Yeah, you can just try all ways, and I'll let you know if I get them. Try any way you can.
Do you have that page, Tara?
Yeah, I'm on your page. I have them uploaded to my laptop, but where I send them from there, I can't seem to get them to go anywhere. I think they're going to Drive, and I'm not real familiar with Drive. I don't use Drive very often.
One more thing, Patty, the energy in an apartment, you have everyone surrounding you in an apartment building. So if you're attached to another apartment or below or above, you have all that energy circling around you from other people because you're so close in an apartment. And those spirits are going to travel from one apartment to the other because what's keeping them, if it's a whole building, what's keeping them in one area?
Yeah. Well, we're going to check into that, Rita. We'll see. We got a lot of stuff on social media. It's hard. We got stuff on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We got another paranormal community page. We got Ghost Sisters. It's a lot of pages to run. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely maybe look into it and see. So.
Well, thanks, Tara, for coming. It was fun. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Hopefully we can get you to the shrine.
Get you ladies.
That would be awesome.
They'll fall in love. They'll be like, "Oh my God, I want to come here with you guys every time you go."
All right. Thanks, ladies. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Out, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye, everyone.